Denise.
Hi there.
It's good to have you.
Oh, it's wonderful to be here. I'm so happy to be here today with you.
Yeah. And I'm really happy to talk about crèches. It's going to be really exciting since Christmas is just around the corner.
I've always loved crushes ever since I was a little girl.
Me too. All right, so let me get a moment to welcome our viewers. So hello YouTubers! Thanks for joining us. If you haven't seen our previous video, please check the description. We also have a playlist on St. Dominic's YouTube page, so be sure to check it out. We have so far, I think, 4 videos up, so this will be our 5th one. Today I have with us Denise, who is one of our newer docents. She did this talk last year as part of our tours around Christmas. And since, as I mentioned, we are just around the corner with the start of Advent, I thought, why not go ahead and do it now and help us prepare the way as the song goes. So I don't want to eat into any more time for your talk, so I'll turn it over to you, Denise. But just give me a moment to share the image of the crèche at St. Dominic's. So let's do that. All right. There it is. Okay. It's a very beautiful crèche.
Oh, thanks for taking the time to stop by today. It's my pleasure to share a few words about the significance of crèches in our churches, homes, and lives today. Who doesn't love a nativity scene at Christmas time? They're all magical in their own way and help us to ignite our imagination about the true meaning of the holiday season. The crèche that you see before us at St. Dominic's Catholic Church here in San Francisco was made by dedicated church members many years ago, and it is a beautiful representation of the spirit of our church community. Hopefully, it will be on display from December 15th, but due to the present COVID restrictions, first check with the church office for private prayer and visitation times and dates. By looking at the crèche before us, we can travel back into time and picture in our minds and hearts the story of the Holy Family and their difficult journey to Bethlehem. Can you imagine what it must have been like for poor Mary to give birth in the cold and drafty manger without the benefit of heat, just straw to keep them warm and possibly the heat radiating from the surrounding animals? If you use your imagination, you can see the twinkling of the beautiful star-filled sky and listen to the quiet animal sounds of the ox and the donkey gazing down upon the baby Jesus. Maybe steam is coming from their breath to warm the baby. You can see the 3 kings of the Magi bearing gifts to the child Jesus. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh are still in existence today. What makes this crèche special is that you could actually smell the hay that has come from a local barn, and it really adds to the visceral feeling that is evoked. I love it. But then again, I love being in horse barns. But have you ever wondered how the idea of a crèche took place? Well, for that we have to look to St. Francis. He's credited with the idea of the first live nativity scene. In order to do that, we have to take a trip back to the year 1223. Life, of course, was very different then, and very few people could read or write and understand Latin unless they had been educated by monks or priests. It was a time when mystery or miracle plays about the Bible were a popular form of entertainment and education for European lay people. And they were performed in the lay vernacular of the common working class citizens. St. Francis was deeply troubled and concerned that the citizens of the small town of Greco in his native Italy were not respecting the true meaning of Christmas. Fortunately for him, he had a good working relationship with the Pope at the time, and he went to visit him in Rome. The Pope was fond of Francis and listened to his concerns and granted him funds to have a reenactment of the first Christmas. But he only gave him 15 days to get everything done. Talk about stress. He had to find someone to carve a crib out of stone for the baby Jesus, locate an ox and a donkey, and possibly find some actors to fill the roles of Mary and Joseph, and of course, make a stone baby for the crib. Not to mention the bales of hay. but that was an easy task. But he also had to promote a big advertising campaign so the villagers, his own Franciscan brothers, and surrounding townspeople could come to the first time live nativity event. Guess what? He pulled it off. With good old-fashioned word of mouth and help from the townspeople, members of the Franciscan communities, and the men and the women of the town, along with the help of the mayor. Yes, it helped that he knew people in high places. The women of the neighborhood made countless torches and candles to light the way. Everyone sang and carried the torches throughout the steep climb to the hillside cave. It was a beautiful sight to behold. It was recorded by St. Bonaventure that it was a very chilly night in the cave where the nativity event took place on the steep hillside of Greco, but everyone loved it. Most of all, St. Francis. The date, Christmas Eve, 1223. Apparently in Greco, Italy, you can still see the stone where the hay was placed and where the stone baby Jesus was laid. There is a rough, shallow V-shaped indentation in the crypt. Legend has it that the hay was blessed by St. Francis and later used to cure diseased cattle in the village. So now you know why we have nativity crèches. Thanks to St. Francis and his wonderful live performance event, we continue to celebrate this tradition today in our homes and in our churches. Although I bet that St. Francis would still prefer us to celebrate outdoors. Who knows? Maybe this Christmas outdoor celebration might still happen. Thanks for listening, everyone. Merry Christmas to you. And I just wanted to share my little crèche that I have in my house. Thank you.
I love your little crèche. It's very cute. And the one at St. Dominic's is absolutely gorgeous. I loved seeing it. I came back home one year very early and I got to like see it, and it was like the most beautiful like crèche that I've ever seen. It was really nice. It was very immersive in a way. So thank you, Denise, for being with us.
You're
and
welcome. It
talking
was
to
my
us.
pleasure.
Yeah, I had no idea of St. Francis's contribution to it, and that's actually really cool.
He was quite an unusual person.
Yes, for sure. Um, and I want to thank our viewers. Thank you, YouTubers. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Our next set of videos will be on the stained glass at St. Dominic's, and so I hope you will tune in to watch those as well. Remember to leave questions and comments in our comment section below, and I'll definitely try to address them in a future video. I'd also like to additionally thank all of you that have been faithfully following us, and hope to see you in our next video. Thank you again, Denise, and I'm looking
Okay.
forward to having you on again in the future.
All right. It will be my pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.